Sim racing chassis provided by Next Level Racing. Check them out at nextlevelracing.com. Welcome to Inside Sim Racing. I'm Darren Ganji, and alongside me here is John Sable, and got a pretty cool, pretty special test drive today, and we are checking out the new iRacing Mercedes AMG GT3 car, and we are at Spa and running DX11. So something that we're going to show you guys here, John is currently driving in morning. There's 4 different times of day settings now. So you can go morning, afternoon, late afternoon, and evening. So we're going to run basically 1 lap at each one of those settings, show you guys what it looks like, and then we're going to run a replay at the end and kind of mix them up all together. So as John is coming to the line for his first lap in the morning session, I'm going to tell you a little bit about this car. This is from Car and Driver specs. Front engine, rear wheel drive, 2-passenger, 2-door race car. Base price, $456,500. Dual overhead cam, 32 valve V8 aluminum block and heads. Port fuel injection. 379 cubic inches or 6,208 cc's. 600 brake horsepower at 6,800 RPM, 500 pounds-foot of torque at 4,750 RPM, 6-speed automated manual transmission, and it's got a curb weight of 3,000 pounds, 0 to 60, 3.2 seconds, 0 to 100, 7 seconds, standing quarter mile, 10.9 seconds, and a top speed drag limited 187 miles per hour. So again, we're running DX11 here, and the morning session. So as you can see, it's got like a morning type hue, and the shadows are definitely set for more of a morning session.
Yes, it's very pretty.
It is. So John, what do you think of the handling of the car?
Definitely feels good. I mean, it feels like a GT3 car. It's definitely relatable to the BMW.
I was thinking the same thing.
I think it might have a little more character than the BMW, which is good. I mean, when it comes to, I like GT3 cars a lot, and my favorite is the McLaren because it has character. Now that character can bite you, which makes it difficult to drive. But no, this one definitely leans a little more towards BMW, but it definitely feels like there is some character there.
Yeah, I gotta say, hearing the name Mercedes to me does not scream race car or even sports car. I grew up where I heard the word Mercedes, I'm thinking luxury sedan.
Yes.
But this car is pretty badass. I dig the looks of this car. It's got a cool body. And I agree with what John said. It feels a lot like the BMW. So here is the end of our first lap. And we're running about the 220 something range. And now we're going to switch it up really quick and show you what it looks like afternoon.
So welcome to the traditional afternoon setting here in iRacing, and as you can see, very familiar blue skies here at Spa. And speaking about how everything looks, I want to talk a bit about DX11. When this car is released in the upcoming build, the build will have DX11 as an option versus traditional DX9, which we've been running forever in iRacing. And it's not going to visually look that much different, at least that's according to iRacing, and we're kind of seeing a similar thing here. But a big difference will be performance. And as you can probably notice by seeing the frame rates that we have captured here, the frames are definitely a lot more stable than what we're used to seeing.
Yeah, that's for sure. And we're running on a 60 hertz monitor, so we're not able to take advantage of 144 hertz or more than 120. but I'm not noticing any flickering or stuttering at all. It just seems to be running more stable.
Yeah, and setting-wise, we pretty much have everything maxed out. Really only cheated with only having one mirror on, but pretty much everything else is maxed out.
Well, I'm just looking at this mirror too. I mean, it's like almost full graphics.
Yeah, no, it definitely looks good, and the exterior views that we'll show later on will show off a little bit more of the details in the cars that I think will be really the first noticeable difference of having DX11 visually versus the performance change.
So back to the car, like John had mentioned, it's a lot like the GT3 BMW and the Z4. Definitely sounds a lot different though.
Yes.
More of a throaty, torquier sound to it than the BMW.
Yeah, this definitely sounds great, especially in the exterior camera. And speaking of which, it's almost time for you to jump in and experience it for yourself.
Yep, and we're going to go to late afternoon now.
And now welcome to the late afternoon test session here with now Darren behind the wheel. Forgot to mention earlier, driving with the Thrustmaster T300 wheelbase with the Ferrari 599XX Evo rim and Thrustmaster T3PA pedals, all on the next level GT Ultimate chassis. And like I said, in the afternoon session, and as you can see, it's kind of a similar light to the morning, but since it's afternoon now, some of the shadow locations have shifted a bit, and definitely going to change up your braking points.
Yeah, that's going to be one of the biggest differences as I missed that corner. That's definitely going to be one of the biggest differences. If you're using a particular shadow as a braking point.
I like it, you're wheeling it.
Yeah, talking and driving is never easy.
No, it isn't.
I admit this is not one of my best tracks as I missed that corner too.
Spa is a difficult track, and like you said, jumping into a new car doesn't help either. But I will say, this afternoon lighting does really show off these trees well, and especially the new 2-pass trees that iRacing implemented in the last build.
Yeah, by the way, we're running the baseline setup in this car. Full tanks.
Yeah, we're not setting any lap records, that's for sure.
No. It's gonna be nice to have a new modern GT3 car though to add to the Blancpain series.
It is. The current crop of GT3 cars are starting to be faded out in real life, and it's gonna be nice to have the Mercedes, and soon enough we'll be seeing the Audi R8 as well, but it'll be matching up with the real world.
So there's a lap late afternoon. Time to go nighttime. Okay, something we wanted to show you guys really quick. New feature to iRacing in this upcoming build. Flashing headlights. Figured we'd make it a little more dramatic at night. Look how it's flashing all the way up Eau Rouge.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love how they're captured those high beams.
Oh wait, so you just touch it once.
And it flashes away.
Yeah, you don't have to keep pushing the button.
This is gonna be interesting in
Man,
use.
they should have some rules on that, on how much you flash while driving.
So here we are now at night at Spa, and one thing I want to mention is this is the alpha build of the Season 2 build, so definitely could be some things that could be changing before the release in next couple weeks. So just wanted to point that out first. But yeah, racing at night, how's it feel?
It's definitely harder to see my upcoming braking points. Let me do some light flashing here. How about that? You know, another thing I wanted to mention too is, and I don't, they haven't confirmed it. I think they've talked, discussed it here and there, is, day to night transitions. And this is kind of giving you an idea what it's going to be like going from morning to afternoon to late afternoon and then to night. And the differences, between the shadows and then, when at night this isn't like Daytona where there's lights everywhere. I mean, this is definitely a lot darker.
Yeah, it's going to be, like you said, it sounds like they're going that direction.
And I totally missed that corner again.
They sound like they are going that direction of transitions, which they have mentioned that they could not do day-to-night transitions on DX9. They need to get to DX11. So now that we're right now on the very cusp of going to DX11, that starts to come up on the radar. And this is kind of a preview of what that will be like.
Yeah, that's a feature I'm really looking forward to. I like how the houses and stuff are lit up. I don't think I've ever raced at Spa at night on iRacing.
I don't think I have either. And yeah, there's some definitely cool features going on here.
Yeah, I think with a good setup, I could probably go flat out through that last corner.
Yeah, with this base setup, that going through that little kink there is a little treacherous. Same as last corner, putting the power down here, that big engine is takes some work. So with Darren finishing out that lap, that will wrap it up for us and showing you guys all the different lighting conditions with the new Mercedes AMG GT3 coming to iRacing very soon in the next build. We're going to roll out here and go to the camera view and let you guys see what this beautiful car looks like from the exterior view.
And sounds like.
And sounds like, which the sounds are just as good as the looks. So for Darren Ganji, I'm John Sable. Thanks for watching Inside Sim Racing. See you guys next time.